Hi everybody, it's Anne here from annshappystampers.co.uk and I'm just back with another tutorial. Now I've only got a prototype to show you of the box we're going to do, and it's not quite finished off on the top because I had a few different ideas, but basically it's like a really large matchbox and it slides open, and inside it's like a little gift box for ribbons, little embellishments, you know, anything you want really. And I think this would be lovely to give to like a crafty friend or something like that, or little sample packs or something. So that's what we're going to make. And how this box came about was I got an email from a lady, and she said that a friend of hers had sent her one of these boxes a while ago, and she really wanted to make one herself, but she searched high and low, couldn't find a tutorial anywhere, and asked for my help. So I've made her one. So I hope the lady likes it, and I hope you like it. But I think it's a great little idea. And also there's two little acetate windows here which holds the little embellishments in, just to stop them, you know, flying all over the box really. Right, this is the second time I've done this video. The first time I did it wrong, so I have done some of it, but I will go through it with you, whatever, you know, that I have done. So we're going to make this one in this box in pink pirouette. Now I have scored this and put it together because, you know, this is the second video, so I'm going to go through it with you just on a scrappy piece of copy of paper or whatever. So your card for your base needs to measure 10.5 by 7 inches, okay? And so just pretend this is my pink pirouette, and what you need to do is score all 4 sides at 3/4 of an inch and 1.5, okay? So do that on all 4, 3/4 of an inch and 1.5. And I haven't wrote the measurements down in centimetres, but they'll be all on my blog if you need them in centimetres. Right, so that's what you should have. It's just basically like one of you know, the reinforced boxes that I do, and I'll just quickly show you how we'll cut it, which is just the same. We've got 4 little squares in every corner, so we'll just cut up there, remove the 2 bottom ones and remove the end one, cut away there and cut away there. Okay, we're just going to do that on all 4. I'll do this one as well, but I'm sure by now you're aware of how I do them. It's just a basic little reinforced box. So you'll do that on all 4, and then when you've done that you'll turn it over and you'll put tape on your 4 tabs, and then turn it back and put tape on, you know, all the sides, and you'll basically just fold it in like that, fold them round, and they'll reinforce. And I've done lots of them boxes. There's one for the ladies' vanity case, and I think the box I did the other day, the chocolate and the red box, that's the same kind of thing. So that's your base together, so that's what you should have now. So you're going to need a piece for your lid, and I've scored this because this was when the video went wrong. This needs to measure 10.5 by 7.5 inches. Sorry, 10.5 by 7 5/8. And then on the long side, just pop it in on the long side. Yeah, and you need to score it at 3/4 of an inch, 4 7/8, 5 5/8, and 9 3/4. Okay, and that's your lid. And then we're just gonna fold and burnish this, and then we can pop this together. Okay, so that's what you should have, and then we're going to put tape down here, and that is just going to attach to there, and that's going to give us our lid. So I'm just going to pop some tape down here. Just peel the backing off. And then just pop it like that, and then fold this one over. If you've scored it right, it should go together. Pop it this way. And that should go together like so. And there is your little lid, which with a bit of luck should slide on. Although the luck I'm having today, yeah, there we go. So we've got a nice little reinforced matchbox type thing. Now you're going to need some pieces for your inserts to give you those little sections, and I've decided to use DSP, and I'm using pink pirouette as well. You could use cardstock if you want, but I think, you know, DSP just works as well. And this is the bit that I actually got wrong, so I hope it doesn't go wrong again. So this, you need a piece which measures 3 7/8 by 9 inches. Okay, put it in on the long side, and there's quite a bit of scoring to do because this is all going to fold and make your little partitions. So on the long side, score, make your first score at 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 2.5 inches, 4 inches, 4.5 inches, 5 inches, 5 3/4 inches, 6 1/4 inches, 6 3/4, 7.5, 8 inches, and 8.5. Okay, so you should have that, better if you can see there. Now you're also going to need another piece which needs to measure 3 7/8 by 4.5 inches. So pop it in on the long side, sorry, 3 7/8 by 4.25 inches. Pop it in on the long side and score this at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches, 3 inches, 3.5 inches. Yeah, 3.5 is the last one. So you should have that, okay? And with a bit of luck, these are going to work. Now you're also going to need, if you want to put those little acetate windows in, you're going to need 2 pieces of acetate which measure 4 inches by 1 3/4, and then on the short side put the acetate in the scoreboard, and you want to score this at 1/2 inch. So you can press quite firmly, 1/2 inch and 1 1/4 inches. Okay, and that's what you should have there. And then do the same with the other piece. Pop it in on the short side, 1/2 inch and 1 1/4 inches. Okay, so you should have 2 of those, and we'll just put them to the side for now, because I'm going to try and work out the partitions. This is the nightmare. Well, it's not a nightmare, it's just a bit tedious really. So start off with, you've got a big wide score, 1.5 inch score on the, it should be on the left here. So that is going to make your first little partition, your first bit where you can put ribbon in. So then you've got 2 little score lines next to it. So what you want to do is the middle score line, fold that down. Okay, then this first score line, fold this up, actually on the score line would help. And then the one over from the middle, fold that up as well. And then hopefully you'll see what I mean. So you'll have that, so they are going to stick together, and that's what's going to give you your partitions, you see. So if we move along, we've got another 3 little lines together. So again, the first line will go up, the next line will go down, and then the next score line will go up. So then again, we've got another partition that we're going to stick together. Can you see how this is coming together? And then we've got a gap, and we've got 3 score lines, so just do the same with that. It's up for the first one, down for the middle, and then up for the last. And then we've got a gap and 3 score lines again, so it's up, down, and up. Whoops. And then with a bit of luck, it should form together and create your little partitions. So, and then it will go in the box like this, which I think's fab. And then we've got another one here. So let me just work this out. I think it's this way around. Yeah, I'm sure it's this way. So you want to have like have your wide. You've got a wider section here, a smaller one there. Have the wider one on the left, which I believe that'll be your first little bit where you can put something in. So then this one will go. This one will go this way. And then the middle one will go down and then up. So you've got that. Then again it's up, down and up. And then with a bit of luck, they should fit together. Obviously when you stick them together they're going to get shorter, so I just hope I've designed this right. So that will stay about there. It should be okay. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we need to, if you turn it over, you need to attach these to each other. So you really just want to pop tape down one side and just stick them together. So if I can find my tape, we will stick one of them together. What have I done with it? There it is. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a piece of tape here. And then we're going to use the gorgeous stamp set called Brushwork Alphabet, which I've just recently gotten, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. That's how I came up with the idea of stamping just random words, like craft related words, on the lid. But we're going to do it a bit different, where I'm going to heat emboss it, which I think would look quite nice. So I'll show you what we're going to do with that in a minute. Right, so that's what you need to do. Pop tape so you can join each little thing together. So just start peeling the tape off, and then we know that that has got it attached to there, so just literally press it together, and that's what you should have. It's dead easy really once you I think if you maybe just have a play around with some scrap paper at first and see how you go with it, because it's not hard. It's just I think when I was trying to record it first, I think I wrote the wrong measurements down, and then it just all went to pot really. So that'll be our first little section, and we need to do our next little sections here. So we want a piece of tape down here, and a piece down here. Let's check what we're like for time. Yeah, nearly out of my camera only records for, I think it's 18 minutes and then it cuts off. So right, so that's them two together, and for some reason it's a tiny bit short, but hey, it's okay. Once I get it stuck there, you'll never know. So that's what you'll have, okay? So we need to pop tape on the underside, or glue, whatever you want to use, and we need to attach this in here. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back when that's done. Okay everyone, so I'm back, and I have stuck the pink pirouette to the base of the box, and I've just popped some little embellishments in, just to save a little bit of time later. And I think it just looks lovely. You know, it's really, really nice. Definite lovely way to gift some little craft items to a, you know, a friend or whoever. Right, so our little acetate pieces that we scored before, all we need to do is just fold them on the score lines. Just open it back out a little bit. It'd help if I actually folded it on the score line though, wouldn't it? I think I've messed that one up now. Oh, goodness. Tell you what, start again. Right, so fold on the score line. Okay, and then fold on the other score line. Yeah, that's better. And what you should end up with is this, and then if you just open it out a little bit so it's like that kind of shape, and then what you should find is these little bits here. It should literally just slot in like that, and it just keeps the you know, the little embellishments from jumping all over the place. So I'm just going to steal the other one out of there because I messed that one up. So there we go. I mean, if you wanted to, I suppose you could make a one for every section, you know, it's entirely up to you really. So there's our little acetate window things in. So what I'm going to do now is I've got a piece of silver foil which is 7 3/8 by 4 inches, and a piece of pink pirouette which is 7 1/4 by 3 7/8, and this is going to be for the top of the box, so I'm going to stick that on like that. But the piece of pink pirouette, I wanted to do some heat embossing on this bit. Now I'm just getting a little bit of scrap paper, so I'm not going to do it all because it's going to take too long. I'm just going to show you some and then come back when I've done the rest. But like I said before, the stamp set we're using is Brushwork Alphabet, and this is absolutely beautiful. So you get 2 and capital letters, you get your smaller letters, and you know, just little symbols and stuff, exclamation mark, you know, things like that, and it's absolutely beautiful. So what I've done is I've mounted a couple here. I've just made words. I've made love and inspire, but I can't see, I've got, obviously I need an E for love, so I haven't got the E on the inspire. I'll have to use that when I've stamped the love. So that's why it would take forever to just keep switching the stamps over. So I'm going to do a couple and just show you what I mean, and then I'm going to heat emboss it with silver embossing powder. And I just thought that was quite a nice little touch. So give this a good going over with your embossing buddy. Okay, and then Versamark, and basically just like I did on there, just sort of random. So I'm going to ink up the love that I created before, and actually I should have my mat down because these are photopolymer. So start again, where's the stamp? Yeah, so ink it up, and then I would just randomly, you know, just stamp the words. I mean, obviously I know you can't see them because it's in Versamark, but, and then maybe have a one down here, so a couple of them. And then I can take the E off now and use that to stick on to make inspire. There's a bit of plastic stuck on there somewhere. There, so we've got inspire. So ink up this. And just wherever you think they would look nice, or wherever you fancy really. So I think it's probably best to ink up 2 of each word, I think, and then maybe have one going up here. Okay, so that's what I mean. I know you can't see because it's Versamark. Oh yeah, you can if I lift it up. So just randomly stamping the words around, and then I'm going to heat emboss it with silver. So I'm going to finish this and I'll be back when it's done. Okay everyone, so I'm back and I have finished the rest of the stamping and I've heat embossed it, and I just think that looks absolutely beautiful. And I've just got inspire, create, craft, love, and just, you know, randomly stamp them, which I thought was a really nice little thought. So what I've done is I've popped some double-sided tape on the back, and I'm just going to actually pop the lid on, because I think that'll help make it a bit more stable to pop the top on. So we'll slide the lid on our little box. Okay, and then I'm just going to peel the tape off and attempt to get this in the middle. Okay, so yeah, I want mine this way up, so I'm just going to get it straight on my grid paper, and where I think looks about right. I'm quite happy with that there, and I think you'll agree that looks absolutely beautiful. It really, really does. And then I've got some little embellishments here, excuse me, and I might just pop a little pearl just the bottom there, and then a couple of smaller ones on the side like that. There, I think that just sets it off a little bit. And what we need to do now is just slide it out and pop our little goodies in. So I've got some just little samples of ribbon, you know, whatever you want to put in really, ribbon, twine, you know, little buttons, pearls. Get that one in the bottom there. And there we go. I just think that makes, you know, a great little gift for, you know, maybe it's one of your, you know, crafty friends, or, you know, like I say, you might want to give some little samples away or anything. And I think it's fab. I love it. So anyway, I hope you've liked today's tutorial. I will be back again on Sunday with another seasonal Sunday. So thanks for watching. Everything will be on my blog if you want to check out the measurements, which is annshappystampers.co.uk. So thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.